Okay, everybody. Hello. You know who it is. You know who it is. Pretty much. Let's get it started. Kind of got a code a little bit, but that's not going to stop me from doing my videos. So, today I want to talk about how to treat a man and women. Because you're not supposed to treat, for guys, don't treat a woman like a dog. Or actually, guys, don't even treat your woman like a maid. Girls, don't treat your guy like a dog. Because I feel that in this society of this generation, we treat each other like pretty much shit. Because we don't really care about our significant other. Pretty much, we just don't. So, I mean, in my opinion, I would just say like this. Really? You know what I mean? Like, really? Like, do you... Because the point is that if you go to my part 2, is about friendship. Why would you be dating somebody for like what, 6 years, and throughout those 6 years you treat that person like a dog? Because I mean, it's like, oh, I'm a guy, I have a girlfriend, so I treat her like shit because she comes to my house, we talk, we chill, we do all this other stuff. Pretty much, it's not a relationship. Because if you guys don't live together, and I'm not saying, because usually relationships, sometimes you do live together, sometimes you don't, depending on your situations. But if she's driving to your house or to your apartment, and pretty much you guys are just what, having a good relationship, but she's doing all this stuff for you, cooking, cleaning, and buying you things, that's not a relationship. That just seems like you're a baby and you want to be keep treating like a baby. No, it's not right for a guy like you. Because I feel that in this society, and I'm not saying it happens to everybody, but if it does pertain to you, then you need to fix it. Because women, you need to fix it, because you like to treat men like dogs. Because you always want the men to buy you things, take you out, all this other stuff. Clothes, shoes. Clothes, including shoes. Brand new car. Get your hair done. Probably want to get a good house. Or you want to travel places with your friend. Not with your boyfriend. With your friend. But if you travel with your boyfriend, then that's a different story. But I'm just saying for everybody that it's not right to treat your significant other like shit. Girls, don't treat your man like a dog. Guys, don't treat your women like a maid or a housewife, or you know what I mean. Like, don't treat her like some person that you don't give a shit about. You know what I mean? I mean, because this is somebody you love, right? If you've been dating for what, 7, 8 years, guys, get your butt off the couch, cook something, take her out. If it's summertime, buy some tickets and say, let's go to the Bahamas. Let's go out of town. Somewhere. You know what I mean? Don't just make it seem like, oh, we've been together for so long, she does all this for me. Like, what are you doing for her? What are you doing for her? If she's feeling like she's not getting anything from you, maybe just the sex, but if the sex is not doing well, no, there's no point for the both of you guys being together. Because I mean, it's like, what are you guys getting from this? You know, what do you gain from this? In my opinion, I'm just saying, like, there's no point in you guys being together if you guys are just going to treat each other like shit. But I'm just saying, if the guy's treating the females like shit, there's no point for a female to be with a guy. Because if the girl's doing everything, the good stuff for the guy, there's no point. But if the girl is treating the guy like shit and the guy's doing all the good things and the girls are just treating the men like shit, why? Because I can understand that. For a guy point of view, I can understand that. It happened to me before, but I'm not gonna say that I let it bother me. No. It's just that it's not easy for a guy to just be happy for who he is. You know what I mean? It's not like he can be happy because, I mean, he got the nice girl. Now he's trying to keep her. But how can you keep a girl who doesn't really... Because this is how it is. It is true. If you think that that person is not for you, why are you still with that person if they're treating you like shit? Because you love them for what? The sex? The looks? There might be the money. The third one could be the money. That's 3 things. No, it's probably 4. There's probably 10 things that you still like about that person. Pretty much move on. Get out of the relationship. It's not that hard. Come on. Wake up. You have so much to do, but you want to stay with this person because they're treating you like crap. I would not want to stay with you. If you're treating me like crap, no. So, what I'm trying to say here is that don't try to treat a woman like shit. Even if she sees it and she's not blind, there's gonna be some arguments in a relationship, pretty much. But if their relationship is going like, look, see how it's going? You see how it's going? She's not feeling it. She's not feeling it. She's not feeling it. It's going down. I'm not saying it's going up. Oh yeah, the relationship is looking good. No, it's going down. Because she's not feeling it. She's not feeling it. She's not feeling it. See, it's going down. She's not feeling it. She's not happy that you guys are what? Trying to go separate ways. You're going this way. She's going this way. But how long have you been together? What, for 6, 7, 8 years? It's because she's putting up with your bullshit. Now, for guys, we understand that the women, it's going to pretty much. It's hard for me to. It's like because like I said, for guys, it's hard for us. It's hard for us because women will do so much for us. I mean, like the sex is great. If we get the good women, they can cook. If we get the good women, they can do all the other stuff. If they're the good women, but we do all the work because we are the men. We do all the work to keep this woman, but at the end of the day, maybe I want to say like the end of the day, but let's say we've been dating for like 10 years, 10 good years. Do you really think that she's gonna stay with me? No. For those 10 years, she lied to me, pretty much. Because why? Oh, maybe 4 years ago, she's been what? Traveling. Because she'd been asking me for money, but she'd be traveling with her friends. Pretty much. Why would she be traveling with her friends but not with me? I'm just giving an example. Not with me. It's not like a real thing. I'm just like an example. Like, why would she be traveling to go other places but not with me? Well, the answer is she don't want to be with you. Now, you got those seasonal boyfriends, and you got those seasonal girlfriends. Look, winter is almost here. It's time to start cuddling. When summer starts, I'm out the door. I'm like, really? You're just going to leave me like that? Because it's not winter no more? Please, get out of here. I ain't a seasonal relationship. I don't do that stuff. So, it's cold outside. I want to warm up in your arms. But now it's summer. I'm outie. So, all I'm trying to say is that don't treat somebody different because you're gonna get your way with whatever you want, and it's rude because you can't. And I know most people do this. It's like you love that person, and you're gonna do everything to keep that person. That's true. Like, I'm gonna buy him this. I'm gonna buy. That's true, but he's only probably using you for money. That's if the guy is using the girl for money, or it could be the other way around. But the other way around is more common because the girls usually ask the guy for money if the guy is making a lot of money, pretty much. But an example was like Don John. Don John, it's a movie. Just type in Don and John. It's a one word, but it's a movie. Yeah, it came out last year. It was great. One part in the movie that really, it was funny, but it's probably like this romance movie, but it was funny. The thing is that this happens a lot. Girls do this just to get their way. I don't know how guys would probably have their ways of doing it too. Flirting. Because we all have weaknesses. Before I explain about Don John, everybody's weaknesses. I like tall men, braids, dreads, dark skin, light skin, blue eyes, green eyes, bald. I don't know. Me, my weakness is if a female is thick. I'm not saying BBW, just thick with the nice racks. You gotta have the double D's racks. Ugh. It's my weakness. I would be pretty much howling at you every day. Pretty much. You got the nice, beautiful racks. Pretty much. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm so far into this. This is part 4. Pretty much. Yeah, last week, Friday, I took a break and did the iOS 8 video. So today is Friday and it's part 4. So, alright. Pretty much. That's like I explained, people have weaknesses. Some people. Oh, another one is like some girls like a guy with no shirt on. Some girls like guys with muscles. So it's whatever. Like me, I like thick girls with big, nice, beautiful racks. If your size is like a C cup or a small D, I'm like, it's okay. But I'm more of like you gotta make sure that it grows to a B. I like it, if it passed a D, yes. Then now we can talk. If it's just a D, but a small D, alright. But that's what I'm saying. That we all have weaknesses. That's the reason why we don't want them to go for girls and guys. But we would treat them like shit because we don't really love you or like you. The reason why I treat you like this is because I want you to pull it up with my bullshit. Pull it up with it. You taking it all. I'm throwing my baggage on you. So take that baggage and just deal with it. I love you, but deal with my baggage. No, I'm giving it back to you. It has your name on it. I didn't sign no contract to carry a baggage saying that any bullshit that I'm going through, you're going to handle it. No. Cooking, cleaning, or whatever the necessary thing, guys, get off the couch. Now, the women's side, is way too much. It's way too much. I know the women would always do it. The women always. They have their ways. Now, if you got that thick, beautiful woman, a thick, beautiful woman with a nice body, she would use her body to drain your money. When I mean drain your money, you be po. When I mean you be po, you be like, my paycheck is going to my girlfriend every single Friday. Please. Because that's how women are. And that's like I said, Don John did it. So, he was taking her back home, and this is the movie. Came out last year, taking her back home, and all of a sudden, she was asking him to change. And this is usually sometimes happens in relationships. Girls want the guys to change. Guys want the girls to change. But if it's from a guy's perspective, girls will pretty much change, what, 20%? But a guy would change, what, 50%? So pretty much it varies. But if a girl is doing 50 and a guy is doing 20, that means it's like, what, 70? I mean, the relationship is not going nowhere. It's getting lower and lower because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. A guy needs to work his butt off to keep the relationship. Because if the girl's doing enough work and she's realizing that she's not getting nothing good from it, just leave. So from Don and John, they just came from the club. Well, I guess they just came out. Like I guess club or the movie. They just left and going home. But he was taking her home, and so the girl plays Black Widow from the Avengers. So yeah, she's from the Avengers, from the movie. But in the movie, her role was that she's supposed to play as this girl who is supposed to change Don John. Because Don John was, he has this routine of how he does his life. He goes to the gym, he goes to church, he's a Catholic. So after church, he goes to his family house, to eat Sunday dinner. Then he, gym, church, he cleans. Then he watches porno. And it's a cycle. It keeps repeating itself. Until then, the fifth one is that he goes to the club too. And when he goes to the club, he picks up a girl. He has sex with them. But the sex is not good. So he goes back and watches more porn. But when he finds the girl that plays in the Avengers, she's a Black Widow in the Avengers. But when he found her, he stopped going to the club. He tries not to watch porn anymore. Well, he still watches porn. But the thing is that she gave him, like, it's kind of like a little promise commitment. Like, look, we would have sex and do all this other crazy sexual things, but you have to follow my rules. So in that part of the movie, this is what happened. So he was taking her home. I don't know if they came from the movies or they came out from a restaurant. So as he took her home, she didn't put her key into the door. She asked him questions like, I want to meet your family, you should meet mine. I want you to go back to school. He already had a job, but I didn't really pay attention to what kind of job, because they didn't really show his job, like where he works, but he had a job. But I don't think that I heard that he did bartending, so I guess he wanted to go back. She wants him to go back to school to do, to get a better degree. Degree. There you go. Woo! Sorry. So all of a sudden, it's like she was dry humping him. But this is where it really, really boils down. When it comes to the guys being weak at this point, pretty much only you can say is yes. He wanted to get in her pants. Like, he wanted to just fuck the shit out of her. Don wants to fuck the shit out of her. But the only thing that happened was that her ass was all up on his nutsack. And so she wants to hear, would you let me meet your family? Would you meet my family? And will you go back to college? And she was not going to open up the door until his jizz was all in his pants. Like, literally, just jizz all over. She was waiting for him to jizz all over. Like, literally, she was dry, because she was in the front, Dom was in the back. So her, her butt crack, you know what I mean? The butt, the booty, right here, the booty was all up in his, nuts, and rubbing. Like, Dom was like, yes, until he was done. And then she was like, she opened the door, and then he's like, can I come in? And then she's like, no. And then he's like, I'll see you tomorrow. And then he's like, alright. And then all of a sudden he's just standing like, oh, really? I just jizzed on myself? Dang. Pretty much. And it's not one time, it was multiple times. She's doing it because she's having her way with him. So, guys, if a girl is going to flirt with you and do all those crazy things without the real sex coming into it, it's because she's doing that to get her way. Oh, hey baby, she's going to flirt with you, she's going to do all this stuff because she wants your money to buy brand new shoes, car, clothes, and some other things. Maybe get her hair done. She want to get that Remy weave. She's going to ask you for money. But you get the point. So it boils down to this. Do not, and I'm just going to say this. Do not treat a woman like shit. And women, don't treat your men like shit, because it's not right for you to do that. Because at the end of the day, you have to understand where everybody is. You cannot tell this guy that. I mean, it's not by you saying it, it's by your actions. Because pretty much, you would not. A guy cannot see how a girl act unless they've been together, for 6-7 years. And when a guy can see what a girl act, then a guy would know that he feels like shit because he's been treated like shit. But if it was from a girl's perspective, of course, a girl will find out that she's been treated like shit because the guy's been treating her like that. He doesn't care about her that much. And the only thing you say, hey baby, I love you, and all these other things, you might be doing good stuff for her, but you're not giving up your percentage of the bargain. In a relationship, you're supposed to have 50-50. So I'm going to end it here. Like I said before in most of my other videos, you can take my advice if you want, or if you don't have to. It's just that I do this just to help people understand that, it's cool. It's awesome to be in a relationship or just to be friends. So I'm going to say it like this. If you want to take my advice, go ahead. If it helps, it helps. If it don't, it don't. I got a quote to be doing, so I will see you later. Because it's time to do some quotes. Quote. It's time to do some quotes. It's time to do some quotes. It's time to do some quotes. Alright, I got some quotes of the day. The quotes of the day. Here we go. Oops. Alright, here is the quotes of the day. Here is the quotes of the day. Alright, the quote of the day. The way you see people is the way you treat them, and the way you treat them is the way they become. Pretty much, the way you see people and the way you treat them is the way they become. Pretty much. Because you have to understand that if you treat a girl that way, she's going to become pretty much. You like, this is the girl that I've been dating? Well, you treat her like shit because you only put in 20% into the relationship. Now, that's the same way for a guy. If a girl is treating a guy wrong, a guy is doing 50, and a girl is doing 20, the girl is not putting enough work into a relationship. Pretty much. Treat those who are good with goodness, and also treat those who are not good with goodness. Those goodness is attended. Be honest to those who are honest, and be also honest to those who are not honest. Those honesty is attended. So, you gotta treat somebody right. You can't always expect to be getting your way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want this to happen. I want that to happen. I want this to happen. I want that to happen. No, you always have to do it the right way. Stop trying to do it your way. Because you can't. It has to be 50-50. So, if you think that you're doing the right thing for your relationship, think back. and understand who is doing more. Okay? So I'm gonna say this. If you guys think that this relationship is not good for you, then just leave. Ladies, if the guy's treating you wrong, leave. Men, if the woman's treating you wrong, leave. I'm outie. You know who this is? Well, actually, it's your cousin. Out.